Hi guys, welcome to Farmer Khalil vlog. I'm here at Mr. Miller's goat farm. He was second run-up to champion goat farmer, and I'm pretty proud of him. I remember when he just started and I came here and visit. As a matter of fact, Mr. Miller was the first goat farmer to donate to Dante, that young 16-year-old farmer that we have down in St. Elizabeth. And I believe that charity begins at home. We can see the blessing. So today we will focus on some key factors for goat farmers. 1. Genetics, the importance of it. 2. Nutrition. The second one is infrastructure and the management around this, supported by a health program. And I want to just quickly run through that to ensure that we can see how Mr. Miller adopted these 4 pillars that drive his farm to the level of success that he has today. As you can see guys, I'm in some green pastures, and not just like Mombasa or Kinggrass, but what we're in a residential community, and he's basically on his operation here. And I think if he can do this at this scale in an urban type environment, if he expand it out into a more commercial farm, he has the 4 basic pillars already in his management system that will support his growth to a more commercial operation. So we're going to walk through. We have a young lady with us today who's going to give us some guidance. She can guide us through the farm operation. So you'll meet her shortly.
Khalil, where you were standing, those are the grass that we cut to make the silage for the goats.
Really?
So we just cut it, so we're waiting on for the next 6 weeks for it to go back.
You know why you cut it at 6 weeks?
When it's fully ready. Welcome to Miller's farm, Khalil. And then those are the brush. You can just take your shoes and just wipe it.
Okay, so it's the foot bath.
Yes.
And we brush off the shoes with this.
Yes.
Perfect. Good biosecurity program.
Okay, this is a Boer genetic farm. That's what we most like specialize in. We imported some goats about 3-4 months ago. We entered the Denbigh show and we did pretty well. It was a success overall. Okay. Goats, first thing that we do in the morning, we make sure the troughs are clean. Clean the troughs, the walls are up, because we don't want if any rat fleas or anything. So we make sure we have to clean that first in the morning to get rid of that. So they have the clean trough, clean water. We make sure we see the pen, get clean. That's basically it, and throughout the day we also make sure they always have grass in their trough. Give them the back feed, but throughout the day they always have to have grass in the trough.
So this grass don't look like the typical green grass. What is this you're actually feeding? This is hay?
Yes. Okay.
Smell like silage. You feed any silage since
yes,
you make one?
What we did, we put molasses, mineral on it.
Okay. And they love it because these guys just gobbling it up all the time.
Yes, they do.
So
they don't like the dry.
So this guy here, is he one of the imported animals that you have?
Yes, that one.
Oh, nice. And him deal with him silage and him hay proper, man.
Yes, and he's very friendly.
Friendly? Friendly to you?
Yes.
So for this very big animal, how you manage him as a female?
Yeah. I mean, they just have to do what you have to do. You just have to try. You have to make them know that you are in control.
Okay.
Yes.
And him listen to you?
And him listen.
Him don't buck you down?
No.
I'm not bucking down yet.
No, we just eat my clothes.
You just eat your clothes?
Yes.
I like that. Alright.
The creepers.
Oh, so this is your creeper pen?
Oh, no, sorry, the wiener's pen.
Oh, this is the wiener pen?
Yes, over here is a creeper.
And over here is a creeper?
Yeah.
Oh, I like. Alright. So what kind of flooring you have here?
This is a slotted floor.
What I like about your pen is that you guys have, if you look here guys, them have wooden slotted floor and them have the plastic slotted floor. Alright, so guys, remember we're talking about the 4 pillars, and one of them for me, what Mr. Miller have here, what I think is outstanding, is the infrastructure for his goat pen. Earlier we heard the young lady said to us that, hey, they have slotted floor. And what I like is that he has now the plastic slotted floor, which is very trendy right now in Jamaica. It is, to me, cheaper than using the actual lumber. That's the benefit I see of it. It's very easy to install. You can get this from Mr. Bernard. You can buy it from China in a container load if you want. It's just relatively clip and play like a puzzle to have this. Also, what I like is his fencing. Moving away from lumber, he's using these galvanized type fencing that just give you more airflow. As to me, it's the aesthetic value of it is outstanding. If you look at the infrastructure again, you have him automatic water drinker. Moving away from the buckets and using something that kind of save the actual water. Then you know the goats will turn over the bucket or they will defecate in the bucket. Now they have to kind of just put their lips and the water will basically flow automatically. So this is where I think the industry is actually improving. We're seeing better infrastructure to support how we actually raise these animals. How old are these kids?
3 weeks.
3 weeks?
Yeah.
Nice. And these are from the imported stock?
Yes.
Okay. So guys, look at this setup. It's just really nice. The slotted floor, really perfect. You can see all the feces falling through. The kids them look like they're enjoying themselves on it. This is a lovely animal. Really outstanding.
Her name is Black Beauty.
Black Beauty. Look at Black Beauty, guys. This animal body is so long. The other attachment, the teeth are perfect. And again, guys, it's come down to the part that we talk about genetics and the importance of investing in the right genetics to support your system. So our next lady here.
Even though they are breastfed, we still give them like the milk replacement.
Give them milk replacement.
Just to help the growth.
Like how much time for the days you give them a milk replacement?
Like how you feed a baby every 2 hours.
Or you just give them some, even when getting breast milk.
Yes.
So guys, you hear that type of management that they have. What I'm also impressed with is, if you look at the feeding trough, it's pretty simple, innovative. This is PVC pipe here that they cut in half. They put the supporting board around it, and it holds the feed properly. I'm not seeing any wastage on the ground really. So clearly they're not flicking it out or have access to it. We're not seeing the kids jumping into it to cause problem, because I guess how high it is from the ground. So you can take that into consideration. And then they can just put the mineral block here, and this can do both grass and grains. I like it, guys. The setup is just really nice. So and everybody have a different operation. I think this is one that we can copy, or I can give to say A+ regarding how is it that you can maintain your goats in a system like this. So guys, again, one of the fundamental pillars, I think, at the beginning is two. You have genetics and you have nutrition. And here at Mr. Miller's farm, he went all out with the genetics. If you look behind me, guys, we have some lovely dappled Boer goats that they brought down recently. We know the dappled Boer goats, there was a big trending, the colored goat. They have big auction shows, and actually I think dedicated just for the dappled breed. I think this is what is required. If you look at them, still a Boer goat, I consider them the Boer goat. But if you look at their body condition, if you look at the structure, the meat to bone ratio that you can actually see from these animals, it's outstanding. Right? All these animals are just a huge barrel, which is perfect to carry the kids them that you want. If you look at the head, if you look at the other attachment on these animals, they're perfect mothers to mother your kids. So genetics play a key role in what operation you want to do. No doubt the Boer was developed for the meat, and you can see why these animals were developed for meat. If you look at even the rump area, you can see a lot of the fleshing going on there. So when you're actually ready to harvest one of these animals, you're sure to get a certain amount of meat from these animals. And that's what I like about the Boer. They're just the excellent meat machine for meat farmers. And this is where it starts. It starts where you have a farmer who focuses on the genetic traits for meat production. And then from there, a farmer now will take probably a male from this to cross with his graded females to improve on 1, the size of the animal, 2, the muscling or the meat to bone ratio on that original animal that he has. So we want to improve the offsprings to let them to be more meat friendly. The production parameters is better. when you have a Boer goat being crossed with, say, a native goat, or with a cross-breed animal that might have some Nubian or some other breed inside of him. Because what these animals surely give to you is meat to bone ratio, an improvement in the average daily gain, and improvement in the overall size of the animal. And that's what we want when we bring down these imported animals. These pregnant animals. Wow. So yeah guys, officially the dappled Boer is here in Jamaica in their lovely colors. And they're all pregnant. So I show you guys going to run and call Mr. Miller to get one of these offsprings, because this is just outstanding as an animal and as a meat machine. So guys, when we talk about genetics, we talk about selecting the right stud for your farm, because he's 50% of what your herd is going to be like. Remember, you're going to breed all these females here. So once he's on tip-top shape, that means you're in good condition. This guy is outstanding. Look at his head. Look at his back line. Look at the rump he has carrying around here. Look at the bones of this leg. Outstanding. So you can pass on really good genetics to you. Did he win something at Denbigh? I think so. He looked like the one that won something. But this guy is really good. This is what you want, guys. See him love the camera. He's a showman. So it's perfect for the show, guys. Outstanding animal. And here is all his females. As you can see, guys, these again are some imported animals that they brought in. So this combination is only going to make Jamaica 10 times better when we have proper genetics like this now being bred here locally. So right, let us go to the key pillars, the infrastructure, slotted floors, even plastic slotted floors so the animals can be separated. You have limited management with the manure because it all fall underneath. The supporting genetics that will give you lovely animals that you can use for meat or even for the show, since there's a big show demand right now across the world. The feeding system, you can see the water pipes running to the different water channels. He has the grass to feed the animals, mineral supplementation important in keeping the animals healthy, and proper staff to support his vision. Right, and storage again, so here's a hay up here. Perfect. Can be stored inside away from the rain. And this is what the new Jamaican landscape of goat farming has gone to, where we have imported animals supporting improvement in the key performance indicators, average daily gain, meat to bone ratio, fertility, and in a supporting health program that you can get by using your local vet or doing a lot of preventative health checks to ensure that you're in the right space. So guys, when you feed in silage, there are some things that I want you guys to remember. For one, remember it's a fermentation process, so we have to look for a particular smell from the silage. I like to smell that, you know, not fully like rum, but it's supposed to have a little rummy smell to it. The next thing I like to do is to look at the quality of the silage. This nice brown color is perfect. I also look for moles if I see any white fungus growing on it. That's a problem, and I would normally discard that. Or if I have a cattle, I might chant it and feed it to my cattle. So I like to smell it. Supposed to get that nice alcoholic smell, not that smell like it's going to spoil, not that smell like it's too moldy. And I like to feel how wet it is, right? Because sometimes if you overdo adding the molasses, the moisture content might be too high, and that itself can be a big problem because that is what facilitates spoilage. So I like to clump it into a ball. When I release it, I want to see like a slow release. If it's staying too much like dumplings, then I think my grass is a little bit too wet, and then I might have to add some dry grass to it to kind of reduce the moisture content, because we want the dry matter intake and not too much moisture. If you're doing it on a very large scale, I recommend getting a pH meter. You use a pH meter and ensure that it's, you know, about 3.2 to about 3.7. That's an acceptable pH range that you want to feed the animals. If it's too acidic again, guys, it can be problematic. You can give them subclinical acidosis by doing that. You don't want that. But again, one of the key benefits for me with silage is that we have some fiber degradation, so we make it a little bit more digestible. We already have enough that first phase fermentation process, which produce the volatile fatty acids, which is what the rumen actually do inside. So you start that process already for the animal. So it's a quick energy source for the animal to consume this grass and get a lot of energy from. And then the added benefits, you can store it for a very long time. Just like what they do at Mr. Miller Farm. They have a little plot of grass, they cut it 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks, they cut it and they preserve it, and they can make the field now restart to catch it back in the next 6 weeks. So you have a consistent in the quality of grass, which to me is the perfect management for persons who are doing a semi-intensive, intensive system in the urban area. So Mr. Miller brought in some really impressive lines. He has the Django and he has the Moon Swinger. These are some of the top genetic lines right now in USA, well sorted after. So you know he made the best investment to carry this genetic line here for we as the local farmers can get access to the offsprings to improve our herd. So guys, I think that importation program that the government is really doing is broadening the scale of the genetic diversity that we need in the country to drive the best parameters. At the same time, farmers can import a lot of breeding females so we can quickly expand our operation. And that's what we want. I know getting females now in Jamaica is pretty hard. Everybody holding on to them females because they are the producers. As a matter of fact, when they talk about goat farm, everybody talking about the male, but really and truly the most expensive cost or animal on your farm is the female, because she's the one that is producing. You have to feed her for 5 months without she actually producing. You have to feed her again for 3 months to get the kid up to weaning weight. So paying attention to females in Jamaica is not that popular, but it's the most important animal on your farm. So he brought in some quality genetic stock here that will support his operation for years to come. And once we have like an embryo and semen program in place, that would even make this operation 10 times better.